If you're watching this right now, each and every one of you has the ability to become a millionaire. It is not that difficult, and I can show you how to do it. So right now, today, you're gonna become a millionaire. Right now, today, you are going to become a millionaire. Well, okay, I got a little ahead of myself. Like, not today, actually, like right now, today, you're not gonna become a millionaire, but you're gonna learn the blueprint, you're gonna learn the format, the step-by-step systematic process, the recipe to become a millionaire. And yes, if you follow that recipe, you will become a millionaire. It is not that difficult. So let's look at it like this. There's a path to success. Those who have come before you walk down that path. They became successful. Millionaires, decamillionaires, even more, billionaires, right? So they had to do something to get there. Walking that path, they left footprints. Follow those footprints. Follow who you want to be like. Duplicate, replicate, mimic. Follow who they are. Do as they do and become as they are, right? That's how you become a millionaire. So let's look at it like this, guys. If you have a cookbook and a recipe and a bunch of ingredients sitting on the table, and you just totally disregard that recipe, and you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm so good, I'm so entitled, I'm just gonna figure it out on my own. You pour all those ingredients into a book or into the bowl, put it in the oven, what comes out? A bunch of crap. You're not gonna eat it, it's not gonna be good. Your kids, they're gonna hate you, and they're gonna say, my mom sucks at cooking, right? So what do? You learn how to do the recipe. You learn how to put a recipe together, and you look at it, you take the ingredients, you put them in the right amounts, you put it for the set time, that's the length of time that it needs to be cooked for so you don't burn it or you don't undercook it. And what comes out? An enjoyable meal for you and your families, and now mom's a superhero. So guys, we're gonna have to figure out how to become a millionaire. So there's a step-by-step process, and it's right behind me. I'm gonna show you what everybody I know who's become successful has done, including myself. So let's look at it like this, guys. There's two ways that you can get paid. Transactionally is the first one. Transactional. Okay, so if y'all don't know who I am, my name is Connor Steinberg. If this is the first time you've been here, subscribe. But this is my Investor Army YouTube channel. I'm an investor out of Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, and there's other videos that kind of show who I am. But I'm gonna put out 1,000 videos on this channel over the next 2 years with the goal of creating 1,000 financially free individuals. I know that's a lot of information. I'm gonna help a lot of people. And yes, I've heard it. Connor, aren't you worried you're gonna help a lot of bad people and they're gonna go out and do bad with that money? Yes, that is a concern. But money is a tool. It's an amplifier of the individual. If you're a bad person, you're gonna do bad with it. If you're a good person, you're gonna do good with it. And I fully, true-heartedly believe that I'm gonna attract more good people and help more good people who are gonna go out and do good in their community, help themselves, then their family, then their community, and then their country, and then the world. And that's how it looks as far as how successful you become. So my goal is to take 1,000 people and X amount go this way, but enough go this way that it's positive. And this is my little give back, my pay it forward to the world. So let's talk about transactional deals as far as a real estate entrepreneur goes, because that's how I made my first wealth. So you have transactional deals in real estate. Let's look at real estate in general. We've got wholesaling houses, rehabbing houses, owner financing houses, rental houses. Our transactional deals are gonna be wholesaling houses and rehabbing houses. So a transactional deal, like a wholesale deal, would be this. You market for a motivated seller, get the house under contract for $100,000, good job. You sell it for $110,000, $10,000, nice job, guys, put it in your pocket. Unfortunately, you enjoyed it too much and you wanna have it happen again, but you don't get another $10,000 unless you find another transaction, because you get one check per transaction, deal's over, throw it off the side, that home's never gonna come back. So you have to be able to do more deals to keep your business going. Now, what's even sexier than a $10,000 check is a $40,000 or $50,000 check, which can be done through rehabbing. In fact, you can make a lot bigger checks than that doing it if you find a good house. Same thing, you buy a house, put some rehab money into it, force the appreciation up, sell it for retail value to a retail buyer, get a big check. But even though you made 40, 50 grand, which is a lot of money and what a lot of y'all wanna do, you're still gonna have to do it again and again and again, or your business is gonna go under. So how do we combat this? How do we basically ensure ourselves that we're gonna have longevity in our business career? Well, that is done through passive income. That's the second way we make money, is passively. So guys, if you know my story, I basically got blindsided by the world. I had to start over, and I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and somehow I came across two words: passive income, also known as cash flow. And it literally dropped me to my knees. I said, how the hell am I in my late 20s and I've never heard of this, or I've never really thought about this? And it hit me so hard, it hit me like a bulldozer. I said, today forward, I'm gonna work my entire life going forward to basically make passive income. Or not passive income, but cash flow. That is what I'm gonna look for, passive income or cash flow. And basically, my business looks like this, guys. I wholesale a couple houses, I flip a couple houses so I can keep a couple houses. So a lot of y'all know me for my joint venture virtual wholesaling strategy, also called cyclical wholesaling. I'm the only one in the country really talking about this. Why? Because I ended up $65,000 in debt, no money to market. I was working for minimum wage. I could barely even really feed myself. I couldn't do anything, but I was able to build a big buyer's list, and I was able to use that list to sell other people's houses for them. And so I started out with absolutely literally nothing at that point, if you looked at it as a present moment in time, because even though I started with some money and borrowed money, at that present moment in time, I had nothing. So this strategy can work for you. It's the most time-effective, cost-effective, risk-effective strategy that there is. And what I did was I used joint venture wholesale deals to start closing a few deals to get into where I had enough money to do rehabs and then keeping rental properties. And here I am today teaching you how to become a millionaire. So you're gonna have to do transactional deals to get to passive income. Another thing like this is basically transactional would be our education and consulting company. I do one-on-one mentoring with people. I teach them one-on-one, face-to-face. We get on Skype and I'll look at you face-to-face, eye-to-eye. I don't hire some coach that's gonna teach you out of a manual that's never done a deal. You're working with me, the deal maker, right? So that's why it's so beneficial to you. But I'm doing that to create income, to keep these videos going, to pay for these videos, also to create our membership sites, which creates continuity, which creates monthly passive income, cash flow. So what is cash flow for a real estate investor? That is our rental properties, that is our owner finance properties. I make money every single day and every single night. So while I go to sleep, I wake up the next day and I'm wealthier. Every month I have those rent checks coming in and those owner finance checks coming in. So it looks like this, guys. I have a house, a rental house, and I pay $1,000 a month in liabilities, taxes, insurance, principal insurance, and I rent that property for $1,500. So I rent it to someone who has a job. They go to a job that they don't like with a boss that they hate only because they have security, because they can cover their rent payment and their liabilities for life. They give me $1,500, I take $1,000, I pay off everything, and I put $500 in my pocket. So they're literally paying me $500 a month to buy my house for me. So it's like if I walked up to you on the street and said, hey bro, can I pay you $500 a month and buy your house? You're gonna be like, yeah, I think I'll go with that agreement. That's a good deal, let's do that. So that's what happens every day. I have a bunch of people that I own rental properties that go to work to buy my houses for me, and I make money on top, which is called my cash flow. This is what allows me to do whatever I want. Take the time to film these videos. If I didn't have cash flow coming in, guys, passive income, I couldn't film these videos for you. I wouldn't have enough time because I'd be having to do transactional deals. So when you start making real wealth, you can do what you want with your life. Do what you want, when you want, with whoever you want, whenever you want to do it, right? So you can literally go to the store, shop without having to look at the price tag. Get whatever you want. Imagine going down the shop or going to Walmart and picking off whatever you wanted because that's what you wanted, not because of what the price tag told you and what your bank account said you could have. Do not be a slave to your bank account. Make life a slave to you. So, do you want to go out to eat with your friends and family and pick what you want on the menu because that's what you want, or because it's what the price tag says? Guys, you need to create passive income to set yourself free. So let's talk about the 3 different ways people make money and kind of open up your eyes, because the education system we live in right now is bullshit. It's training people to live life wrong, and it's done incredible injustice for y'all, and a lot of y'all don't even realize that this is going on to you. So let's look at it like this. The first way people make money is this: time for money. And it's time for some real money, so that's why you're watching this video. But they trade time for money, right? So let's look at it like this. You go to a job. You're safe and secure because you know you're gonna get that money. It's comfy, it's comfortable. You know it's coming in. So that's why most of y'all stay stuck in a job and never wanna take too big a risk. Some of y'all have a high paying job. Some of y'all are high paid slaves. You can make a little bit of money or a lot of money, but basically you are a slave for whatever you're selling your life away for that dollar amount per week. So if you're making 52 grand a year, you're selling your soul, you're selling your life, and you're giving up your entire life and sacrificing it for $1,000 a week to someone else to make their dream come true. You're giving up your life for $1,000 a week to make someone else's dream come true. I'm trying to hit you with some harsh reality here, so maybe it hits you hard enough that you wake up and go take a chance and go take a risk to try to really live that life that you want to have. So guys, even if you make a lot of money, your job is risky. What happens if your company goes under? What happens if you make too much money? You are a liability. Athletes that make too much money, people that rise up the corporate ladder, that are older, you make too much money. What are they looking to do? They're looking to chop you off, right? Replace you with some younger person out of college that's gonna work longer, harder, try more to make a name for themselves in the business, and they can pay them less. You're on the chopping block as you ride the ladder, and eventually it's gonna end, and that's gonna be the last day. And a lot of people end up in the 40 to 50-year-old age range, starting over, and then you're gonna work for another 15 years, start over, and you're gonna retire, and you're not gonna have anything there, and you're gonna end up working at Walmart. Do not end up working at Walmart. Watch this video all the way through multiple times. I'm gonna share with you how you become rich. So this is a better way to do it, but this is not the best way. But second way, guys, is we're trading money for money. That would be an investor. You have passive and active investor. So an active investor would be someone that's like a stock trader, a day trader. They're taking their money, they're putting it in, they're pulling it out, putting it in, pulling it out, and they're making an interest rate return. That is okay, it's better than this, but it's still kind of like having a job. What you want to be is a passive investor. This is someone who's got money that puts it into an investment, sets it and forget it. What is that, like Ron Popeil's set it and forget it cooker? You just want to set it and forget it, right? Forget it. So if y'all came to me and you had $1 million, you say, Connor, I want to make a double-digit return. I heard you can do that for me. You put that money into my company. Basically, I pay you over and over and over, and all you do is cash a check. So you don't even have to worry about anything. You get a promissory note and deed of trust secured by a mortgage at a interest, or at a basically percentage leverage amount of market value. That's a lot better than someone who puts their money in the bank, right? So guys, if you're worried about lending your money to an investor, y'all are leaving your money in the bank at 0.25% to a bank that loans out 100% loans to people. At least if you lend to an investor, you're getting 10 to 12%, and you're putting it in at a house that they're buying, and you're protected by a promissory note and deed of trust at 70, 80 cents on the dollar of market value. It doesn't make any sense to me why people work jobs or put money in the bank or put money in the stock market. Guys, you have to wake up and change your life. So a lot of y'all don't have money to be an investor, a passive investor, because it takes time and energy. So the people who do followed this process, somebody down their family line followed this process and created generational wealth through passive income. So they have a bunch of money, 10, 20, $30 million they pass down. So 10% of $100 is not a lot, 10% of $1,000 isn't a lot, 10% of 10 million is $1 million a year. This is why the wealthy stay wealthy. This is why it's not hard for them to keep their wealth growing, because someone was smart and followed this principle that we're gonna talk about here in just a second, and they created wealth for their family generationally. It got passed down. So the last way to get paid, guys, is multiple streams of income. Passive income is what we're really looking for. So multiple streams of income. Most millionaires have at least 7 streams of income. Personally, in my business, I have 13 different ways I make money, and most of them are passive, and we're gonna talk about that in just one second. Because guys, you cannot do it all with one. What happens if that stream of income goes away? When I was in my poker days and I was at the top of the world, it didn't matter, because I lost that career overnight. The government shut down the poker websites because they were laundering money, and because some other company was doing illegal things. My life just disappeared overnight. 10 years of my life gone like that. I had no plan B, and my life was basically, I was basically effed. Straight up, I was effed. I started over, and it was a horrible experience for me, but now I look back, it was the biggest blessing. So if you're going through a horrible moment right now in life, it could be the biggest blessing you've ever had. Just keep going, and you never know what's gonna happen in the next few years. So let's look at it like this, guys. This is Lake U. That is you. That is your lake. This is your net worth. This is your income. These little green things are different streams of income, different flows, different rivers coming into your net worth. You need to have multiple streams of income. And so if you look at my business, what do we have? Like this one would be my acquisitions and holding company, right? So this is where I keep my rental properties and my owner finance notes and my land. So I buy houses, I keep them here. They make me passive income. They pay me every month. Now this would be like maybe my wholesaling company, right? And my rehabbing company, because I keep all these separate. And so I'm creating multiple streams of income from different companies. Now, we can even go as far as going over here, and let's say we have my education company, my consulting and education company. So what happens here is basically I train people to become real estate investors. I also have an affiliate marketing company where I bring in money from affiliate links. We bring in money through sponsorships. I know that's not even a word right there, but bear with me, guys. I think you get the point. So we're bringing in money from different ways, and it all floods in here, and the goal is to have a big, deep, healthy lake, so that if this one goes out and this one goes out, this is still being filled up by some other different streams, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to stress. If you have one shot, one stream, and that dries up, man, you're gonna be in some tough shit right there. You better start planning, have a plan B, always have a plan B, even if plan A is locked tight. Have a plan B. Smart people have a plan C, D, and E. So let's look at how you become a millionaire. It all starts with your thinking. You have to have a thought. You say, I'm gonna be successful. I'm gonna be successful right now. I'm gonna become a football player. I'm gonna become an astronaut. I'm gonna become a real estate investor. So you have a thought. How do you get to that thought? How do you make that thought a reality? You set goals. Your goals are your directions. So if you pull out your phone, you're going to a restaurant you've never been, it's an hour away, you punch in an address, and you get there. That is what your goals are. You need to set daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, biannually, yearly, 3-year, 5-year, 10-year, 20-year, 30-year lifetime goals. Always review them every day, write them down on paper. Why? Because it keeps it present, focused in the front of your mind. If you're not writing them down, you're not focusing on them, you're gonna stray off, you're gonna get off on a country road, you're gonna go the wrong direction. So we have a thought. I'm gonna be a real estate investor, I'm gonna do anything it takes to get there. How am I gonna do it? I'm gonna set goals. I'm gonna do 1 deal a month, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put X amount into marketing. You start to get there, you set your goals. Then you have to take risks, take the handcuffs off, guys. Please, just damn it, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself, take a shot. One time, take a risk in your life. Stop playing it safe. Go out there and get hurt. What's the worst thing that happens? You worked your entire life to now. You got 20, 30 grand in your bank. What if you lose it? Well, the difference between having nothing and 30 grand in your bank is not much. Your lifestyle's not gonna change. If you hit one time in business, your life is gonna change forever. Stop being safe. I know what you're saying. Well, I have kids, I can't take a risk. Well, I can't take a risk because of my job. Or stop making excuses. Do it for yourself. Try. If you fail, get up and try again. You will hit eventually. If you take enough shots, you're going to hit once. You only need to hit once with one successful business. That's what's so powerful about it. So take risks. A lot of y'all aren't taking risks with your marketing. You're not taking even risks to start your business. Y'all are watching this video, but you're never going to do anything. Go out there and take a risk. Now, say you set your goals and you take a risk and you put all your money up like I did. When I started my business, I put up every single dollar I had in my account plus every single dollar I could borrow. It took me $90,000. I went $65,000 in debt before I did my first deal. I basically worked 6 months, 110, 105, 110 hours a week, every week I could, basically, until I did my first deal, $700. That was a big risk. I had everything on the line plus what I could borrow on the line. Sometimes you're gonna have to take a risk, and some of y'all are gonna take a risk and you're gonna fail. Get back up, don't complain, and go forward and figure out a way out of the situation, because you only have to hit once. So how do you ensure that you hit and you don't take a risk and fail? Well, you have to understand you have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to work all day, every day. You're gonna have to take a risk with your money and your time, which is what most people don't want. What if I fail? Well, a lot of y'all are not working hard enough. When I started, I worked 100 to 110 hours a week every week. You have to put in the time. You're not gonna put a few hours in here and a few hours in there and be successful. Take the time, take the necessary risk, and work all day, every day. This is what successful people do. 40 hours a week is part-time. If you're not willing to work more than this and you're not willing to work weekends, turn the video off right now. You are not a millionaire. You are an employee. Go work for someone else. Sorry, I'm just trying to tell you the truth. I want you to not have any unrealistic expectations. I want you to be successful. So, all day, every minute you have. I made another video, as much as you can. How many mailers do I put out? As much as I can. How many hours do I spend on my business? As many as you can. How much money do I spend on? As much as you can. Turn off the damn TV, turn off the radio, pick up a book, learn how to build your mind, your body, your business, your relationships. Whatever you're doing, do it to the best you can, as much as you can. Now, the last part, guys, is you have to understand time. You have to be able to be aggressively patient. This is not gonna happen overnight. You cannot expect it to just happen overnight. Stop being unrealistic. A lot of y'all work for 3 months and don't close a deal and say, this is never gonna work for me. It's not gonna work for you because you have that mindset and you're not working hard enough. If you look at a 40-hour work week and I work 6 months straight, 100, 110 hours a week, that's basically like a year and a half I would have worked a 40-hour work week, watching my bank account go down $90,000 without ever having $1 come back in my account. Think about that. But now, look at where I am. I practice being what's called aggressively patient. So I worked hard every day, but I was patient knowing that it's gonna come. And trust me, there was a lot of long days where I wasn't sure it was gonna come. And so I was making sacrifices, but you have to let the time take hold. You can't plant a seed in the ground and expect a giant oak tree to grow up overnight. It takes time for everything to unfold. You have to have time to build your buyers list, time to create networks and referrals, time to figure out and get educated. So guys, there's a number of parts to this. So you have to understand this. You have to understand the difference between working for transactional money to get to passive income. Transactional is what you're living off of to create passive income to grow wealth. You have to understand that if you're working for time, you're wasting your life and you're giving your life to someone else who is working for this and this. If you have money, invest it. Do what you can to grow and learn how to create multiple streams of income, guys. So let's look at this closely. You have to understand this. Be able to take the time to do this. Have the heart to do this. Have the focus, belief in yourself to follow this. Practice this. Create this so you can become this, a millionaire. I hope you liked today's video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video. God bless you.